Well, welcome. I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee. We're here with my show co-host Charlene Chamberlain. And I'll tell you what, we've had an action-packed morning. If you guys have been watching us, following us, we've had our gambit of different topics.
And animals.
So I want to
Reptiles,
slow down a little, just
like
a little,
snake.
just a little, because our next guest, we didn't bring any animals on, thank God. But I'm not
really?
really scared of animals that maybe you'll be on that farm. But,
Maybe not. Maybe not.
So who do we have here, Char?
Brian Kuser is with us today, and he's the education director of Fernbrook Farms in Hamilton, New Jersey.
In Chesterfield, New Jersey,
Chesterfield.
actually.
Okay.
Yep.
Welcome to Morning Coffee.
Well, thank
Brian.
you. Glad to be here.
So it's called Fernbrook. What is Fernbrook?
Fernbrook Farms, we are a 230-acre preserved farm, and we have 4 businesses on the farm. There is a CSA, Community Supported Agriculture. There is
Stop. What does that mean?
Community Supported Agriculture. It's basically the idea of the community supports your local farmer, and the way this I see it as a New England-based idea, and the community buys a share of vegetables prior to the season, and that way it ensures the farmer will be able to have a living and be able to produce food for the community. And so if there was a flood under other farming methods, if there's a flood, the farmer has no crops to produce, and then the farmer loses their business and they can't survive. And so the community supported agriculture, it's a local organic vegetable farming. So we have 500 shares or so, and people come once a week to the farm, and there's some you-pick options. So sometimes they go into the fields, but the farmers on our farm have harvested the vegetables, and they do all the weeding and all that.
Cool.
So it's like a grocery store of vegetables that you can go to.
So when you buy in and you buy a share, then that allows you to come, weekly and pick
Once
up
a
your
week.
vegetables?
So we run...
You already paid for them because
yes.
you purchased the share.
And
I love that.
We call it the big board, and on the big board, it tells you what you get that week. So how many zucchini, how many potatoes, tomatoes, greens, things like that.
Do you grow asparagus there?
We do not have a big asparagus production, a lot of other local farms, but we do have other local farms asparagus for sale in our shop.
Okay.
We grow just about everything else, not corn either. But just about everything else.
Well, like I said, there's corn snakes there.
Yeah, right.
That's why I wouldn't be doing that.
No.
Yeah. And so I would, taking a rough guess, I'm guessing there's at least 200 varieties of vegetables that that you can get, and so many that you never even heard of. I mean, tomatoes, I think we have 30 different varieties of tomatoes.
Like all the different heirloom.
Yeah, absolutely.
What does a share, do you know? Run? What the
$630 for a share for the season, and our season is 26 weeks long, and Memorial Day through Thanksgiving is when you come and pick up. And CSAs, we are celebrating our 10th summer of CSAs. When we started 10 years ago, there was we were one of the first in Burlington County. Now there's 4 just in our small town of Chesterfield Township. So CSAs are growing.
Okay. So let me get this straight. $623.
$630.
$30
for the season.
For the season.
For 26 weeks.
For 26 weeks, you can go get vegetables from you.
Yes.
The ones
all
that
your
are set.
produce.
You know how much money you spend in a grocery store?
On vegetables.
Way more than that.
I buy
Way
my
more
produce
than that.
every couple of days because I want it fresh.
Now, do you grow lettuce?
Yep.
Okay.
Lots of lettuces.
But the things that, like you said, asparagus is sold there. So
if you want to
asparagus is not what's being grown there, so that wouldn't be part of that program, correct?
Correct.
Okay, but still, you said how many different vegetables?
30 different tomatoes?
30 different tomatoes,
30,
200 different, different watermelons. There's 3 different watermelons that we grow.
Right.
Why
So-
wouldn't we be doing that? Why wouldn't more people do that?
They don't know
That's
about
a
it.
very good question.
They don't know
Exactly.
They
about
don't know
it.
about it.
And it is spreading because I lived in New England for a long time, and many more people knew about CSAs in New England. And 10 years ago, you said CSA around
What
here,
is
and
it?
nobody
That's
knew
why I
about
asked
it.
you, what is it?
Nowadays, many more people know about
Oh,
a CSA.
wait a minute. You said New England. Please tell me you're not a Tom Brady fan.
I am not.
Okay,
Don't worry.
Keep rolling. Keep rolling. We're good. No, that's amazing. I can't believe that. I'm telling you that what people. That's not that to me. Like if you're not doing that, you're crazy.
Yeah.
And
Almost-
local
And
farms.
it's the local organic, because certainly there's the organic movement of food.
Huge.
And however, if you get organic food from California or from Chile, well, how long ago was that picked?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
there's a lot of research out there that talks about how food and the nutrients in food, they start to decrease as soon as you pick it. And so when you're talking about local organic, the local organic food movement is being pushed more and more, and a CSA is a great way to join that.
People need to understand, like the vegetables that, look, not just to the big, not department stores, but the big stores, the box stores. When you go out and buy a tomato plant, you plant it and you eat those tomatoes. Those are shot with different hormones, stuff like that. And people think, well, I'll keep the seeds and I'll replant it. It almost takes like 15 to 20 years to get out of that cycle, you know what I mean, of the plant just being the true plant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to me, buying organic and buying local is the most important thing ever.
Absolutely.
So, you know what? I have to find out some more stuff about that. I never knew.
Good deal.
Well, I know we
You know?
took a detour because I asked you to explain that, but as we
That's
Thank
okay.
God you did.
No
you know
worries.
what? But you know what, Char? We do have to take a quick
do.
commercial break, and we'll be back after this.
stay tuned.
Yep, stay tuned.
In a world where bankers have lost all interest, where robots and fat cats rule our fortunes, one woman will stand up and strive to do the impossible. Be treated like a person. Friends and neighbors will join her quest. Ordinary people will band together against the forces of corporate greed. And together they will form Philadelphia Federal Credit Union, already in a neighborhood near you.
Imagine the finest hand-selected USDA prime steak you'll ever have. The freshest line-caught seafood, our Wine Spectator award-winning wine list, and soul-satisfying desserts. Bring that together with the perfect date, the winning business deal, a memorable family celebration. Welcome to Rod's Steak and Seafood Grill in nearby Morristown, New Jersey. Bring your appetite and feed your passion.
Your credit score is yours, and at Experian Credit Expert, we want to help you really use it. With access to helpful Experian experts over the phone and online, we can help you use it to get a better idea of what info the banks have on you. Use it to get more choice of mortgages. Use it to make your money go further. Take the next step to improving your financial future with your free 30-day trial at Experian.co.uk.
Here at Freppes TEX-MEX, you can definitely taste the freshness in our food. You should definitely come to Freppes because it's a great place. You can bring your family, very kid-friendly. All my servers are amazing, friendly people. Everyone here is just happy to serve, and I think it shows. The thing that sets us apart is the quality and freshness of our food. And I think once you try it, you'd be coming back. I'm Joe DeSario, co-owner of Freppes TEX-MEX in Plainfield, New Jersey.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Milan, host of Read All About It. I interview authors of all kinds about their journeys of writing and the struggles that they face. You can watch my show at 12 p.m. on Wednesdays. Tune in to Radio Vision Networks. We hope to see you then.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Well, welcome back. I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee, here at my show co-host Charlene Chamberlain. And Char, our guest.
Our guest is Brian Kuser, and he's the education director at Fernbrook Farms. And we were just talking about CSAs. Actually, he was educating us on CSAs. I knew nothing about this, and I think it's a really great concept. And I really honestly don't understand why most farms are not doing this now.
Yes, definitely. And my dad, who is third generation owner of Fernbrook Farms, family bought it around 1890.
Nice.
He's always had a passion for connecting people to the sources of their food, and so that's really where the CSA started. Also on the farm, we have the Inn at Fernbrook, which is one of the original houses on the property. We think it was built around 1750.
That's great.
There's also the wholesale nursery, tree farm. Basically, my dad started that around 1981. And prior to that, he was an educator, and he always wanted to use the farm for educational purposes of some sort. And so that really started the Environmental Education Center, a nonprofit organization. We've been around for about 10 years or so, and I was a teacher by trade, and so my dad convinced me through the education center to come back to the farm. And
Come back.
yes, exactly. And so now I've been the education director for 2 years.
And as an
now.
education director, what do you do?
So our primary programs at the Environmental Education Center are summer camp, homeschool classes, and school field trips. But no matter what our programs are, our mission is to provide hands-on educational purposes for all kids by engaging them in nature. And so on our 230-acre farm, we have a pond, we have a creek, we have a meadow, maybe 5 miles of trails in the forest. And since we are an education center that happens to be on a farm, we also get to take advantage of all things farm related, like 15 acres of CSA vegetable production.
Right.
We also have some farm animals of goats and pigs and ducks and chickens.
He
and
likes
sheep.
I can handle that.
That he
I
can
handle
handle.
that.
Exactly. So we are definitely a nature center because we want to engage kids with nature and educate them about the sources of their food and agriculture and the environment. And but we happen to be on a farm, so
That's
we
great.
get to take advantage of that too. So when you get a school trip that might be from inner city, and you take them out into the CSA fields and say, pick a snap pea
pick a
right from the
strawberry.
vine, or
Yeah.
pick a strawberry right from the vine. They're always a little hesitant at
Wow.
first, but there's always that one kid that says, I'll do it, and they bite it, and they're like, that's really good. And we say,
Yeah.
take 1 or 2, and then they want to take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And
Sweet.
yes,
Snap pea is
exactly.
sweet.
Very much so. So
Yeah.
it's amazing to see that transformation of when the kids start to really appreciate their natural surroundings.
And their food.
And
they
their food.
They eat their
Absolutely.
vegetables.
Exactly.
Because it became fun now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Even our first guest was talking about how, getting kids involved is how you get them to do things. And I think that's a great learning
You have to
lesson
make
right
it
there.
fun, too.
And
Yeah.
no matter what we do, it's experiential education at its finest. We want the kids to go out and explore their natural curiosities. So, for example, summer camp, 5 days of the week, 5 ecosystems, the pond, the meadow, the forest, the garden, and the creek. And they go out there, and in the meadow, when they want to explore, if they want to chase one butterfly the whole time, they can. If they want to see how many different kinds of spiders they want to find, they can. If they want to find beetles, they can. But when kids are able to explore their own natural curiosities and guide themselves, and they're questioning and they're learning that way, then we definitely feel that's where a lot of learning comes from.
You have
Right.
fish in
That
that
way.
pond?
We do have some fish. They actually just came the past couple years. The pond's maybe about 30 years old. It was originally an irrigation pond for
Okay.
the wholesale nursery. And so we never put fish in it. And
Nature
all of a
finds a
sudden,
way.
right, nature found a way. So there's fish in it, a lot of frogs, and so kids have a lot of fun around the
Now,
pond.
is your camp a day camp or is it overnight camp?
It's a day camp.
Camp.
And we have programs for ages 3 to 14.
Is it a full day or is it a 2 week?
It's
or?
full day, week-long sessions. You can
Okay.
sign up for 1 week, or you can sign up for multiple weeks.
Okay.
And Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4 with
Oh, that's
extended
nice.
care options and
Nice.
transportation available, actually.
Wow, that's
So we
great.
do get a number of folks from southern Jersey
Mm-hmm.
that are able to join us that way.
And I think you mentioned that you also host birthday parties there?
Yes, we do birthday parties as well, and some scout programs,
Mm-hmm.
and in addition to the summer camp, homeschool classes, and school field trips.
Okay.
Great.
Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Here, we have an attractive orange and a distinguished apple. The two similar, but opposites. Theory, a wingman is needed, or perhaps a wing lemon. A friend to the orange and an acquaintance to the apple, the lemon brings the two opposites together. See, with a little fresh thinking, the universe can be surprisingly smooth.
When we make Beyond Natural dry dog and cat foods, we start with real meat as the first ingredient. We leave out corn, wheat, and soy. And we own where our dry food is made. 100%. Can other brands say all that? For nutrition you can trust and your pet will enjoy. Does your food go beyond? Learn more at purinabeyond.com.
Fitzpatrick's. Deli dine for breakfast and lunch. And at night, gourmet dine for dinner with entrees and specialty sandwiches including certified black Angus cuts of beef and wild-caught seafood, plus catering options for specialty events. Since 1989, Fitzpatrick's, your hometown place with upscale tastes.
APPLERIDGE is about freedom. APPLERIDGE is about community. APPLERIDGE is about home. APPLERIDGE, everything you want, more than you expect. Welcome to your new neighborhood. APPLERIDGE Senior Living. Enjoy a maintenance-free, affordable luxury lifestyle today. Visit APPLERIDGESeniorliving.com and find out more about.
Well, welcome back. I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee. I'm here with my show Charlene Chamberlain, and our guest
is Brian from Fernbrook Farms.
So we were just talking about, we were into, oh my God, I had to ask you about something, and I just turned
We were talking about camp.
Camp, okay. And then I wanted to ask you something on the point coming back off the break. What was I just talking about?
Well, we want to look at some photos.
That's right, we wanted to look at the photos. That's what we were doing. So we have some pictures up.
Oh,
and that's yes, one of our favorite pictures. There is certainly shows the excitement, and we have a saying that says, "At Fernbrook, your kids might get a little dirty, but to be honest, you're going to get dirty for sure." So if you look at some of those kids in the background, they have mud up halfway up their waist, and so they were in our creek. And the one girl in front, she changed already, so she's not as muddy as all the others. But that's what I say when kids engage with nature that way. They have a lot of fun.
Very cute.
Yeah.
Sure. This is one of our homeschool classes, actually, during the fall. And they were in one of our classroom spaces after they found some organisms down at the pond and then bringing it back into our classroom to look at them in the microscope. And here looks like some campers from, it could be summer camp, or actually the way they're dressed, it's probably one of our vacation camp days, as we do a number of vacation camp days in fall, winter, and spring. And
I think that's with them around the pond.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like,
that's
yeah.
Is that that's the edge of like that pond that's been
that
there?
actually looks like possibly one of our field trips, as that doesn't look like our pond.
I was going to say.
And we do with our older campers, we will go on some field trips.
You do some field trips.
As
Okay,
we like
that's
to
very cool.
think of the farm as our classroom for the younger campers, and New Jersey as our classroom for the older ones.
Great.
Nice. So, Brian, how can our listeners find you?
Fernbrookfarms.com is a way to find the website about all the businesses. To find about the Education Center, you can go to fernbrookeducation.org. And we are located at 142 Bordentown, Georgetown Road in Chesterfield.
Awesome.
Great.
Well, this is going to conclude Morning Coffee. We've had a great shows
morning.
this week, this morning. We'll see you tomorrow, back right here in the morning.
You got it. Stay
All
tuned
right,
for
stay tuned.
tomorrow.